Greetings, students. Just wanted to take a few minutes I know some of you wanting to get started on your ethics and values group consultation video. So I'm going to take a little bit of time today just to kind of explain to you what we're actually looking for in this particular assignment. So if you go to your Dropbox and you'll see that you have two boxes, you have two links here to your assignments. One's a rubric, this is a rubric. This one is the actual assignment. So I'm going to click here and get that to open up for us. So what we have here is what I want you all to do is to do this. Divide yourselves into, say, groups of 3 to 4. All right, that's what I want you to do in terms of the assignment. So I'd self-identify, let me know who you are via email. So one person out of the group says these are the four people or 3 people that are in my particular group. And what I want you all to do then is I want you to take a look at and thoroughly examine this document. This is a case study that I want you all to take a look at and read through. It's pretty detailed in terms of what's going on with this particular family. And once you've gotten through actually reading through the actual case study, that I would like for you all to meet via Zoom and someone record yourselves having a dialogue about this particular situation, about what's going on. You're doing a consult as social workers. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to determine and you're trying to figure out what the answers are to these questions. So this is a ethical decision-making model. So there may or there may not be an ethical dilemma in the situation that we just described above. And so your job is to identify that ethical dilemma and then talk about what that ethical dilemma is by answering these 8 questions. So you will need to utilize your NASW Code of Ethics to at least answer number 3, which looks at the most relevant codes that could be, as well as looking at the violations. So your idea here in this particular assignment is to, again, read through, identify the ethical dilemma or dilemmas, there might be more than one, identify the issue, and then answer these particular questions as it relates to how you're going to move forward in terms of how do you resolve that ethical dilemma. What are you going to do? What things are applying? Do I need to consult with someone else? What would you do? So you are all social workers in this situation. And what we're asking you to do is to really think about what the ethical dilemma is, stating it very clearly, and then answering these particular questions as a group to kind of determine what the next steps are actually going to be. So what I'm looking for is for you to be able to accurately identify the actual ethical dilemma and then talk about the steps that you would take in terms of how you would resolve it. All right. So that's one. Let me go back here. And then the second link is the actual rubric. And so this is what I'm going to be looking for when I do the scoring of this particular assignment. We're going to be looking at whether you understood the values, the morals, the actual dilemmas, demonstrating the skills and being able to look at what this ethical should I say, examining the dynamics of this ethical dilemma. So what's going on, looking at the NASW codes, finding those relevant codes that have been violated, and then just kind of the answers. I'm not looking for a paper per se, but I just want you to answer the question so you don't have to go into great lengths of detail, but you need to give enough of an answer as a group for it to make sense in terms of that. So just make sure that you're doing your grammar pieces there. The APA piece may be you will probably need to cite the NASW codes that you actually utilize. You can do that on the same piece of paper. So that's literally in a nutshell what the assignment needs to actually look like. I would say probably have your video be no longer than 10 or 15 minutes where you guys are having the conversation about what you've read and then actually go into answering those particular questions. You all might want to get together and rehearse a couple of times before you actually do the final video. And then once you actually have done the video, I'm going to have you the easiest way to do it would probably be to have you all actually upload it once you have, well, let me just do it this way. Easiest way to do it. So what I want you to do is do a Zoom video of the conversation, y'all going through the answers, the whole 9 yards, right? Also, someone will need to kind of write up what the answers were because I want you to send those to me, or you can put those in the actual Dropbox. The video, what you can do is do a Zoom video, save it to your desktop. And then what you can do is go to YouTube and you can actually create a YouTube video. And then you can send that link to me in the Dropbox as well. And then that way I'll be able a chance to take a look at the video as well as look at your written parts of your assignment as well. So that's really the assignment. So if you got any other questions, give me a call. I'll shoot me an email. Or we can set up a Zoom time where we can talk about that piece. But identifying your 3 to 4 people in your group, y'all designating a time to meet, looking at the scenario, identifying the ethical dilemmas, answering the questions, and just having some back and forth as consulting social workers would actually do to resolve this ethical issue. All right. Thank you.